Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching The Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for April the 6th, 2022. Man, oh man, oh man, was this a great show, man? Really great show. Great main event with FTR and the Young Bucks Part 2 for the AAA Tag Team Championships and the Ring of Honor Royal Tag Team Championships. I thought it was the best match on the show. And yeah, man, and I love the crowd reaction too for FTR. Love the back and forth in the match. You know, every time somebody had a move, the other person had an answer for that move. So I thought it was really great. And also, man, Samoa Joe made his AEW debut, his AEW in-ring debut, AEW debut and his AEW in-ring debut because he made his Ring of Honor return this past Friday. And, you know, he competed against Max Caster for that Owen Hart qualifying match. So Samoa Joe is a part of the Owen Hart Cup or the Owen Hart tournament. So that was really great, man. The possible feuds that Joe can have in AEW is endless. Is really endless. Like the names of the guys that he can feud with, the list is endless for Joe. And also we had a really great match with Christian Cage and Adam Cole to start off the show. But yeah, man, this is a great show, man. Really great show. And so yeah, so that was pretty much it with AEW Dynamite. And much more happened too. Much more happened on the show. But yeah, but that was it with AEW Dynamite for April the 6th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time, man. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, or if you're watching The Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, because I'm here each and every single week, man. So yeah, so we're live in Boston, Massachusetts. And so our first match of the night, we had Adam Cole versus Christian Cage. And so yeah, man, just like what I said, man, I love this match because I love both of these wrestlers, man. They are great wrestlers, Adam Cole and Christian Cage. And so yeah, so Cage, he tried to hit the kill switch on Cole, but Cole had fought out of it. And so Cole, he had spit in Christian Cage's face. And yuck, really disgusting. And so yeah, man, so Cage went right after Cole. And then at one point, Cole, he had knocked Cage off of the top rope. But yeah, he knocked him off of the top rope. Cole did. And Christian Cage's leg got caught on the turnbuckle. That's when Cole had went right after Christian Cage's leg. And so at one point, Cage, he had jumped over the ring post outside the ring onto Cole outside the ring. So he leapfrogged over the ring post and dove onto Adam Cole outside the ring. And then Cage had hit a tornado DDT to Cole, which was really nice. And then Cole had kicked out of the move. And then we had a backstabber to Cage off of the second rope. And he kicked out. And then we had a reverse DDT to Cole. And then Cage tried to go for a diving splash, but he missed. And then we had super kicks to Cage. And so Adam Cole, he hit the inverted boom to Cage, but he kicked out. And so the crowd was split at that point. They were going, you know, half of the crowd was cheering for Cole and the other half was cheering for Cage. And so, yeah, so Cole, he had caught Cage in midair with a super kick, and Cage barely kicked out. And we had a top Rana to Cole. He kicked out. and then Cole once again went right after Cage's leg. And so yeah, so both of these guys, they were reversing each other's moves and signature moves and all that. And so Cole tried to go for the boom, but Cage had avoided it, and Cage had caught Cole with a spear, and Cole had kicked out of the spear. And then Cole went right after Cage's eyes, so he poked him in the eye. And so to end the match, we had Adam Cole. He had his finishing move, the boom, to Cage to win the match. So therefore, Adam Cole wins the match. And so yeah, so right after the match, we had Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly that came out and they attacked Christian Cage. And then we had Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, who were the tag team champions of AEW. They came out and they fought off Fish and O'Reilly. And so they fought him off in the back. And so Cole, he was left inside the ring by himself. And so Adam Hangman Page's theme music had played. He came out to the ring, and so that's when Cole had grabbed the microphone.
This is the marked man. No, you cut that music and you stop right there, damn it. Because I am not fighting you until that AEW World Championship is on the line. You hear me? You're afraid of me.
Oh my God.
I just beat a legend, and I'll whoop your ass any day of the week.
Ooh.
So you want a title match, huh? You want a championship match? You want another match with a Hangman? You look at me when I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Go get some.
He shoved Cole in the face and told him to look at me when I'm talking to you, man.
So the match you think you want so bad will not be a normal match. It sure as hell won't be on your terms, because next week I'll defend this championship against you, Adam Cole, in a Texas death match.
Ooh. A Texas death match. And so yeah, man, so that was it. So that's next week. Next Friday, I believe. Yeah, next Friday on Rampage. It's gonna be a Texas death match because we're gonna be in on AEW Rampage next week. They're gonna be in Dallas, Texas, right? Because next week they're in New Orleans. Next week they're in New Orleans, and so I'm guessing on Friday they're gonna be on Dallas, Texas. Because it's a Texas 3 fight. You know, you're not gonna have a Texas 3 fight in New Orleans. So yeah, so they having Rampage next week in Dallas. And so yeah, I'm guessing Cole will get his win back. Because I don't think he's gonna beat him two times in a row. I don't think so. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because like if he lose, man, you know, Cole, he doesn't deserve another championship match if he lose again. So I'm guessing, I don't know, man. Because I think they might save that title for MJF. They might save it for MJF. But yeah. But if you're gonna have him go up, if you're gonna have Adam Cole go up against Hangman Adam Page twice, you gotta have him win. You gotta have him win the match. But I don't even know what they're gonna do with it, with the match next week. But if I had to make a guess, Adam Cole, he's gonna win that championship. But yeah, I could be wrong. They might have Page retain the championship. But yeah, that was pretty much it with that, man. And so right after that, we had a recap of the ROH, the Ring of Honor Supercard. That was this past Friday. And so they were talking about Samoa Joe. And Joe was on that Ring of Honor Supercard show. And so first, yeah, they were talking about Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham. And so Jay Lethal, he had turned heel on the Supercard and aligned himself with Sanjay Dutt. And so they went right after Jonathan Gresham, and then so that's when Samoa Joe had came out.
Jonathan Gresham proved that he is the undisputed Ring of Honor World Champion.
1 second. After everything that I've done for your career, I think it is only fitting that I am the first person to challenge for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Your current actions have shown me you have changed.
Nobody would know who Jonathan Gresham was if it wasn't for me, you piece of crap.
Oh.
Lethal and Gresham, and here comes Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt in here to break things up. Oh, come on! And Sanjay Dutt has betrayed Jonathan Gresham as well.
And so that's when Samoa Joe came in.
Look at that! He's choking out Dutt. And what a return! Samoa Joe back
Yeah.
to the Ring of Honor.
And so yeah, man. So Samoa Joe, he is all elite. He made his return to Ring of Honor, and so that's what brought him to AEW. And so yeah, and so of course Tony Khan, he is the owner of Ring of Honor, so that's what led Samoa Joe to AEW. So yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that. And so speaking of Samoa Joe, we had the Owen Hart Foundation tournament qualifying match, and it was Samoa Joe versus Max Caster with Anthony Bowens in his corner. So yeah, Caster's rap against Samoa Joe, it was freaking cold, man. It was cold. He said something about Joe being injury prone and AEW beating them in the ratings when Samoa Joe is the NXT champion. Yeah, so yeah, that was cold, man. So yeah, this match right here, man, this is, I guess you can call it a squash match because Cassidy didn't get that much offense in the match. We had the Joe is gonna kill you chant. And so yeah, so Joe started hitting jabs to Caster, and then Joe, he hit his explosive tope suicida to Caster. And so Caster, he did get some offense in the match, but it wasn't enough to take down Joe. And so yeah, so to end the match, man, Samoa Joe, he hit the muscle buster to Caster to win the match. So therefore, Samoa Joe wins the match and is in the Owen Hart tournament. And so yeah, so right after the match, Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, they showed up on the screen, I guess via satellite, and they spoke to Joe.
Time out. Hold on.
Joe, there's a reason we're back here. We're not going to go out there. We're not going to rain on your parade.
Or
we're
backstage.
Not going to ruin your moment, your live AEW Dynamite debut.
Right.
We're not going to ruin it like you ruined our moment last week.
Right, because we got more class than that. In fact, we respect you a lot more than you respect us. And that should be pretty difficult considering the fact that last week we've changed our outlook in life. My outlook now is just to do whatever the hell and say whatever the hell it is that I want. And I wonder, would I have that same outlook, Joe, if you would have actually answered your damn phone? Because for 4 months, I tried to call my teacher. For 4 months, I tried to call my mentor for a little bit of advice, and you never answered your phone. And now I see you walking around here, so you clearly have a phone, but the problem is you only answer that phone for billionaires. That's the real problem. In fact, I think his first t-shirt here should say, Samoa Joe, the Samoan Gold Digger.
Oh.
But that's not even the part that upsets me. What upsets me is we didn't even know you were going to be here because I respect you. I would have rolled out the red carpet for you. I would have bought you a cake.
Hold on. It's not too late to still do that, Jay.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. It's not too late. You know what? Next week, let's do it. Next week, Joe, we're going to get you a present so big, so grand, it's going to embody our love for you. It's going to show you how much we appreciate you. So next week in New Orleans, your #1 student is going to give his teacher a present that he'll never forget.
See you in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I like that. Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt with an offer for Samoa Joe, a welcoming reception.
And so yeah, man, so that was it with that. So what's the present? I don't know. But yep, they're gonna be in New Orleans next week. New Orleans, Louisiana, my home state, Louisiana. So yeah, man. Unfortunately, I would not be able to go. I wish I would have had tickets to go, but I'm not gonna be able to go. Just like what I said earlier, the matches that Joe can have, bro. The feuds that he can have is endless, man. Punk, he can go up against Punk and Bryan. You know, going back to that Ring of Honor days, they feuded. Adam Cole, he can go back to Adam Cole. They have some unfinished business in NXT. Because when Joe was with Mr. Regal and he was like the security for Mr. Regal, he choked out Adam Cole. And so yeah, so they could go back to that. They can visit that, or he can feud with MJF. He can feud with MJF, and the reason why, years and years and years ago, when Joe was the NXT champion, I forgot which takeover it was. It may have been NXT takeover in Brooklyn or something like that. It was one of those takeovers. Joe was backstage. He was walking with the NXT championship, and so you had the security team, and so the person that was working as a security guard was MJF. He was the front person. He was the front person in line. He was right behind Joe, and so he stepped in front of Joe, and so Joe had shoved him to the side. You guys know what I'm talking about, that video. You guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, they could go back and visit that if they feud. And dude, that's crazy, man. That's crazy because they ended, like, years and years later, they ended up in the same company, dude. What are the odds of that, bro? What are the odds of that? Yeah, you want to talk about long-term storytelling? That right there, you can go if you go back and visit that, man. That is long-term storytelling. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it with that, man. So right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews the Blackpool Combat Club. So that's Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and William Regal.
Back on Dynamite coming up Friday on Rampage, the Blackpool Combat Club singles competition. Bryan Danielson goes up against Trent Baretta, and then Wheeler Yuta, the new ROH Pure Champion, will take on Jon Moxley.
Mr. Schiavone, I'm off my nut with excitement because the
What?
Blackpool Combat Club is here on Rampage.
Off his
And
nut.
the perfect wrestler, Bryan Danielson, is going to have to face that incredibly talented Trent Baretta.
Yes.
I feel sorry for the poor lad. But then, Wheeler Yuta has impressed me greatly and has impressed Bryan greatly. Now he's got to impress the man that's the hardest to impress of all of us. And young Wheeler's not going to know whether it's daylight, moonlight, or Fanny by the gaslight when he's finished with him.
Wow.
The forecast for this Friday night on Rampage. The sound of bones cracking like thunder and raining blood.
Let's go back to the ring.
Yes, okay. We're gonna end this interview right there. It got uncomfortable for Tony Schiavone. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. I would have him join. Like, why haven't they let him join yet? I thought he went through Moxley already, didn't he? Oh, it was a tag team match. He went through Bryan, lost to Bryan. Yeah, I would add him. I would go ahead and add him right there, then and there. But yeah, next week it's not gonna end well for Wheeler Yuta because he's gonna lose to Jon Moxley as the pure champion of Ring of Honor. Yeah, I wouldn't have my champion lose. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have already added him to that group because this dude have championship gold now. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, and congratulations to Wheeler Yuta for winning that Ring of Honor Pure Championship this past Friday. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta, and Bryan Danielson versus Trent Baretta, and it's on AEW Rampage. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had a match, and it was Shawn Spears versus Captain Shawn Dean. And so yeah, so MJF joined the commentary team. And so yeah, at one point, Spears he had threw the captain outside of the ring, and his upper back had hit the ring apron. So that had to hurt, man. And so Captain was fighting back. We had a pump handle neck breaker to Cap, but Spears he had stopped the pin, and it ended up costing him in the end. And so yeah, we had the cameras backstage. They showed the security people taken out, and we all knew who they were taken out by, Wardlow. And so yeah, so that distracted Spears, and so that's when Wardlow had showed up backstage. He started taking out the security team members one by one, and then he went through the crowd, took out the security people one by one. And then MJF on commentary yelling on the headset, telling the security team to do their jobs and get him out of there. You know, the same thing that he did last week. And so yeah, more security guards came out, and these were stronger security people, and they held down Wardlow and they took him out of there. And so yeah, so Cap had rolled up Spears from behind for the win. So therefore, Captain Shawn Dean wins the match. And that was it, man. I knew that was going to happen, man. I knew that was going to happen because on commentary they kept saying that MJF lost to Captain Shawn Dean. Technically he did lose, but it was by disqualification. But yeah, I knew it was going to happen because, you know, they kept saying MJF lost to Shawn Dean. And so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. Once again, he interviews Wheeler Yuta, who is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, with the best friends. So that's Trent Baretta, Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy. So I'm reading this off of Ringside News, so shout out to Ringside News. Alright, so Chuck Taylor, he had told Yuta that there is no reason he can't be the best wrestler with them. And so Trent, he had said that Trent had told Wheeler Yuta to watch his match. He should learn something from the guys he's turning his back on. And so that was pretty much it with that. And so they almost got into a fight too, Trent Baretta and Wheeler Yuta. And so yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, I would say leave them, bro. Get the hell out of the best friends. They don't appreciate this dude. They saying that They saying that he doesn't appreciate them, but they don't even appreciate him. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had a video. They had a video of Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz taking out the Jericho Appreciation Society. And so they attacked them backstage, and they chased them off. They had driven away. All right, so here's the video.
Dynamite here on TBS, and this was the scene
Oh.
earlier tonight where Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz were looking for a measure of revenge
Oh.
on the Jericho Appreciation Society. And Tony, I think they got it.
Yeah, they got more than that. And let's
That
not
was-
forget, for the Jericho Appreciation Society, it has been a numbers game. But the numbers backfired against them here.
That's right. It was a 5-on-3 beatdown from the Jericho Appreciation Society on Kingston, Santana, Ortiz last
As
week.
they ran away
But then the ambush,
with the
and
TV.
then we see the TV. That's
Oh.
the backstage monitor. That's what Eddie Kingston was doing. And
There's a
the
car.
Jericho Appreciation Society.
There's a getaway car.
Yeah,
They
just
go.
fleeing
Get out.
Austin.
Go.
That getaway car, JR.
Drop. Oh.
And the business.
Ortiz ran after the car.
Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, far from over with.
And that was it. That was it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, they came out to the ring. Right after that video was over, they came out to the ring and they spoke.
Chris Jericho! You two-faced coward! Yo, did you see my man start running? You see my man run? Jericho, his association on site. You know what that means? You can be with your wife and your kids. I'm attacking you. The other two morons, Big Daddy, or whatever their names are, you can be with your wife and kids. I'm gonna try to get you. Garcia! My man, I know where you live. You think I won't show up at your house, dog?
Oh,
so
no.
Keep running on site.
On site.
Look at him. The Jericho Bitch Society strikes again.
Oh my God.
Damn scrubs. Y'all must know, this is what we do. Y'all better bring the hardest fight to these dogs, because this is what we do. Let them know. Hey, Christopher, when you decide to grow a pair and stop running, how about you come see us in Louisiana next week and we have ourselves a good old-fashioned six-man? Or not, either way, on site, Christopher, on site. Yo, my dude, we're gonna be in New Orleans, God, and we're gonna beat your ass like Junkyard Dog and Butch Reed style, bitch.
And that was it, man. That was it. So we have a 6-man tag team match. Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz versus Jake Hager, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia next week in New Orleans, Louisiana. So yeah, so that was pretty much it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Jade Cargill, who is the TBS champion, with Smart Mark Sterling in her corner.
Jade Cargill, Mark Sterling, as we approach possibly win number 30 coming up in 30 matches. I know you have your baddies here tonight. Go ahead.
First and foremost, Tony, cut the shit. I am here to formally introduce my baddie section, the baddie section. Cameramen, do your job. Show my beautiful women, so beautiful. You see, a baddie is a beautiful woman with confidence that knows herself. And thankfully, I can stand up here and say this to all you slobs because I know myself.
That's right. I will tell you, it was difficult to find good-looking people in Boston, Massachusetts, but Jade Cargill is such a hard worker, and she persisted, and she was able to do it. Now, I'm also here to inform you that the one person not allowed in the baddie section tonight for sure is Marina Shafir. She may be a badass, but she is no baddie.
Trash. I mean, we should just address this girl as number 30 at this point. I am tired of all these MMA losers coming into this business.
Wow.
I am tired of all you wrestling rejects coming into my ring on my show.
Yeah.
That's right. I was a little concerned about her fighting background and the fact that she calls herself the Problem.
The Problem? Give me space.
Oh. Okay.
Well, thankfully, I'm the problem solver.
And that was it, man. That was it with that. So yeah, so it's gonna be Marina Shafir versus Jade Cargill. So it's gonna be a non-title match. So right after that, we had Alex Marvez. He was backstage. He interviews MJF and Shawn Spears backstage.
Captain Shawn Dean picking up the upset win over Shawn Spears when
Uh-oh.
You don't say his name. No, you don't say his name. Oink, oink, piggy! You want to get involved, War Dog? You are pissing up the wrong tree, my friend. Hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Calm down. Calm down. I'm gonna make it real simple. Wardlow, I pray you show your face next week, because there will be twice as many security guards and twice as much pain. Now, as far as you go, Shawn Dean, oh, salute the captain. Salute the captain. You're a military man, huh? I'm going to thank you for your service. How about I do you one better? Next week, me and you in action, I promise you. There will not be another upset victory, but what there will be is a Purple Heart for you, because I'm going to injure you worse than you could have possibly ever been injured in combat.
Oh my God.
Let's get the hell out of here. Can somebody fix this goddamn TV? I work at a circus.
So yeah, so MJF, he will get his win back. And so right after that, we had the tables match. And it was the Butcher and the Blade versus the Hardys, or the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. This match right here was crazy, man. The Butcher at one point, he had punched Matt Hardy in the face with a chair. Butcher and the Blade, they put Jeff through a table, so therefore Jeff is eliminated. So it's a 2-on-1 situation. If one team member gets eliminated, you know, the other person still have a chance to win for the team. And so yeah, so the Butcher and Blade took control of the match. We had a leg drop to the Butcher through the table from Matt. So the Butcher is eliminated, so it's just Matt and the Blade. And so at one point, Matt, he had fell through a table, but he's not eliminated, because the only way to get eliminated is to be thrown through the table. And so yeah, and so right after that, so right after the Butcher was eliminated, Butcher and the Blade, they double team Matt Hardy. And so yeah, they tried the Butcher and the Blade, they tried to suplex Matt Hardy through a table off of the barricade, but Jeff Hardy, he came back out and he moved the table out of the way. So Matt Hardy ended up getting suplexed on the floor. And so we had a series of twist of fates to the Butcher and the Blade on the floor. And so Hardy, he had brought out a ladder. And then Jeff Hardy, he had hit a swanton bomb onto the Blade through the table to win the match. And so I cringed, bro. I cringed because that could have ended really badly. If he would have overshot that thing, it would have ended really badly. And so I thought he was going to overshot it, because, you know, he hitting the swanton bomb. The ladder was close to the table. And so yeah, so I thought he was going to overshot that thing, but he ended up hitting it. He ended up hitting the Blade with the swanton bomb. But yeah, that was, so the Hardy Boys wins the match. And so yeah, and so right after that, we had the AFO. They came out and they tried to take out the Hardys. And so Sting had came out with his baseball bat and he took out members of the AFO. And we had Andrade, he tried to use Allie, or the Bunny, as a human shield to try to avoid Sting. And so that was pretty much it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, and Christian Cage. So they were backstage and they spoke. Oh, Christian Cage just stormed off.
Red Dragon, you guys are tough. You hit hard. You got those dumbass cauliflower ears. You guys have been champions all around the world. But around here, things are determined by the records. And honestly, your guys is not even good enough to challenge us for these. But since you've been getting involved in our business week after week after week, why don't we just challenge you next week on Dynamite? and we'll go ahead and put the AEW World Tag Team Championships up on the line.
Dragons, dinosaurs, yeah!
And that was it, man. That was it with that. So next week is gonna be Jungle Boy Luchasaurus versus Red Dragon in New Orleans. So that should be really good for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And so yeah, I'm guessing that they should win too. If you want to have the Undisputed Elite with all the gold, I will have them win too. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had a vignette from Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa.
These past 2-3 weeks that you've been champion, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, can appreciate your passion for this industry, your passion for women's wrestling.
Last time you and I were in my home state, you attacked me from behind. Like a real coward that you are.
You talk about giving us an opportunity. I will send my client any day, any time, any place, any state.
How ironic. Battle of the Belts is in Garland, Texas. And yes, Nyla, I'm giving you an opportunity. If you want this, you can come and take it.
A huge match.
And so yeah, so that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so they have a match. It was made official for the AEW Women's World Championship at Battle of the Belts. So that's next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. And there's gonna be Battle of the Belts. It's gonna be Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's World Championship next Saturday. And hopefully that's the end of the feud. I'm not really a fan of the feud. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter. So they're competitors in the Owen Hart Cup.
We are back on Dynamite and ready for another qualifying match in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Already, Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm have qualified. Thank you, ladies, for no physicality, but there is a chance that you two will meet each other before this tournament is over.
No physicality. How about it?
Oh.
Toni, I really hope
Slap the hand out of the way.
I really do. But all that momentum and star power you come in with, because everyone loves Toni, that stops with me. If anyone deserves to win this, it's me. Oh, sweetheart, this has only just begun. Really?
Okay, let's go back to the ring.
And that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after that, we had speaking of the Owen Hart Foundation Cup, we had the Owen Hart Foundation Qualified Tournament match. And it was Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes in her corner. So that's Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. versus Hikaru Shida. And so yeah, so of course Julia Hart was still wearing the eye patch. And so yeah, man, so Julia Hart, it looks like she actually turned heel in this match because she took out Shida from behind. And so Griff and Brian, they were telling her like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What you did that for? And so Julia had told Griff and Brian to get out of here. This match was not good, man. It was not good. Julia Hart hit a DDT to Shida, a weak-looking DDT at that too. And so yeah, Hart. It was mainly Hart. She's supposed to be a Hart, and she can't even wrestle, man. I mean, she's not related to the Harts, but if you're gonna carry the Hart name, you gotta know how to wrestle. But yeah, her offense, dude, was terrible, man. It really was. And yeah, I know she's a kid. Like what is she, 20 years old? But yeah, she needs work, man. She needs more work. But yeah, she looked like she was blown up. Like the execution of her moves, it just wasn't good. But yeah, she at one point Hart she went right after Sheeta's eyes. And so yeah, Hikaru Shida, she took control of this match. And so Hikaru Shida to end the match, she hit the Falcon's Arrow to Hart to win the match. So therefore, Hikaru Shida wins the match and is in the Owen Hart Tournament Cup. And so yeah, so right after the match, Serena Deeb, her music had played. And so Deeb, she had showed up from behind and she showed up with a chair. And so she was ready. So Shida had turned around with a kendo stick in her hand. And so yeah, so both of these ladies, they had a standoff. And so Serena Deeb had left the ring. And so yeah, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had a backstage interview. So Alex Marvez, he interviewed Swerve Strickland backstage.
Swerve Strickland, a big weekend for you and a couple of your friends at the Grammys in Las Vegas.
It was great. You know, I got to go out to Vegas, show love to Prophet, the producer, my man Flash Garments. We won 2 Grammys for the work they did on the Donda album for Kanye West. You know, but the week didn't start off all that great, you know. Me and my man Keith Lee got put through the table, you know, with Powerhouse Hobbs around, Ricky Starks. It's not over. I ain't forget about that. But for now, I'm going to go get ready for some stuff I got to do. Excuse me.
Oh, Hobbs and Starks stuck in the locker room. Oh. So they started jumping. Swerve. This one was good right here. Keith Lee came in. Oh, my God. Oh. They fight. Oh. Watch this. Oh, my God. Put him through a wall. It wasn't a real wall, but yeah. Yeah, that was good, man. I could picture Keith Lee putting somebody through an actual wall. But yeah, that was it with that, man. Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti, they came out. They said American flop team. Hey, flop team, you got more excuses than wins, members, or fans. How about we change your name? How does American Talk Team sound? That's all you guys seem to do. Or American Walk Team. After last week, I'm sure you're doing a lot of that. By the way, I think we owe you some money. And so they took out $100 bills and they threw it to the ground. And so I think we owe you something else too. Each and every single one of you. While I have the record for another title shot, I want nothing more than sweet revenge. Sorry, we want nothing more than sweet revenge. And we won't stop until we get it. Until then, we will keep breaking your crap. And so that was pretty much it with that. AEW Rampage and AEW Dynamite. So yeah, so of course for Battle of the Belts, we have Nyla Rose versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship at Fight Night next Saturday at Battle of the Belts. So yeah, so AEW Rampage, we have Jon Moxley of the Blackpool Combat Club versus Wheeler Yuta, who is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. And also we have another qualifying match for the Owen Hart Foundation Cup, and it's going to be on Rampage. So we have Willow Nightingale versus Red Velvet. And then we have on Rampage, we have Swerve Strickland versus QT Marshall. And then we have Bryan Danielson of the Blackpool Combat Club with William Regal in his corner versus Trent Baretta with Chuck Taylor in his corner on Rampage. And so yeah, so that's it with Rampage. Now for next week's Dynamite, we have a trios match. It's going to be Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz versus Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia. So that's the Jericho Appreciation Society. So that's next week. And also we have a AEW World Tag Team Championship match next week. And it's going to be Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus with the AEW World Tag Team Champions versus Red Dragon. So that's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of the Undisputed Elite. And so yeah, so that's it for Rampage and AEW Dynamite. Right after that, man, we had the main event. And it was for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships and the AAA Tag Team Championships. And it was the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, with Brandon Cutler in their corner versus FTR of the Pinnacle. So that's Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, who are the AAA Tag Team Champions and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. So this is Young Bucks versus FTR Part 2. And this is an awesome match, man. The best match on this show. And so, yeah, the crowd, they love FTR, man. They love FTR. The crowd reaction is really great. And so, yeah, both of these teams, they tried to one-up each other the entire time. And so, yeah, Nick, he had threw his headband to Dax. He had threw it in his face. And so Dax, he had took the headband. He put it in his trunks. He put it in his trunks, and he took it out of his trunks, and he threw it in Matt's face. And so, yeah. And just like what I said earlier, man, every single move, the other person had a counter for it. And, yeah, so FTR, they had locked in the sharpshooter, so it was a double sharpshooter to the Bucks. They fought out of it. And then Nick, at one point, he had accidentally kicked Matt in the face. And then we had a hot tag to Dax. He took out the Bucks. And then we had a power driver to Matt from Dax. And Matt, he barely kicked out. And then, yeah, so Cash, he had slammed Nick on a ring apron at one point. And then we had the powerplex combo to Mac. But Nick, he had cut Cash off, so they were going for the old Power and Glory spot. But Nick, he had cut Cash off. And so we had a Bulldog dropkick combo to Cash. And then we had a Brain Buster to Nick from Dax on the floor. And then a Gory Bomb to Matt from Cash, and he kicked out. And so the Bucks, so FTR tried to go for the big rig, and the Bucks had blocked it. And so Matt, he had kicked Cash in the balls. Bucks had hit the big rig to Cash. And yeah, so they hit them with their own tag team finishing move. And so Cash had kicked out. And so at that point, I thought that was it because he kicked him below the belt and then he hit him with the finishing move. So yeah, I thought that was it. And so yeah, and then we had the more bang for your buck to Cash. And then Nick at one point he grabbed one of the Ring of Honor tag team championships. And Dax tried to take it away from him. And so they were playing tug of war with it. And so Nick won the tug of war challenge. And so Nick had bashed Cash with the ROH tag team title. And so yeah, so Matt, he had rolled up Cash and he grabbed the tights while he did it too. And so Dax, he had stopped the pin at the last second. And so we had super kick to Dax from the Bucks. And then we had the BTE trigger to Cash. The referee had counted to 3. But the referee had saw Cash foot on the rope. And so the referee had called it off right after his hand had hit the mat for 3. And then right after the bell had rung, referee still had called the match off. And so yeah, so the match continued. We had a powerbomb tombstone combo to the Bucks. And then at one point, Matt, he had spit in Dak's face. And so at that point, I was like, man, what is with these people spitting in each other's faces, man? Really, like, dude, spitting in somebody's face, man. That's really disgusting. So yeah, right after that, we had the BTE trigger to Matt from FTR. So FTR gave the Bucks a taste of their own medicine. And so FTR, they had kissed Matt on the cheeks. And so to end the match, we had FTR, they hit the big rig to Matt to win the match. So therefore, FTR wins the match and are still the AAA Tag Team Champions and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. So yeah, this is a winner takes all. So yeah, yep. Awesome match, dude. Awesome match. Love the match. Love the crowd reaction. Love the back and forth. Everything. FTR is my favorite tag team. My favorite tag team today is FTR. They are the best tag team today. I don't care what anybody say. I said this last week. I don't care what anybody say. They are the best tag team today. The best tag team. They are the only tag team that won the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Raw Tag Team Championships, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the AEW Tag Team Championships, the AAA Tag Team Championships, and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. They're the only tag team today to win all of those titles. To win all of those titles, man. Nobody else done it. Nobody else done it. But yeah, a much deserved win for FTR. They finally got their win back because the last time they fought, they lost to the Bucks in 2020. Yeah, it was in 2020 at Full Gear. So they got their win back. And so yeah, man, that was it, man. And yeah, they are baby faces now. They are baby faces now. And that was it with the show. That was it with the main event, and that was it with AEW Dynamite. Overall, really great show, man. This match, FTR Young Bucks, was the best match on the show, in my opinion. The best match on the show. That was it with AEW Dynamite for April the 6th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, if you like this video, man, what are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here or if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I'm here each and every single week, man. I would say follow me on Twitter, but I don't even use Twitter anymore. I don't even use it. I mean, it's still up there, but I don't use it. I was kind of thinking about getting Instagram. That's just me. I was thinking about getting Instagram, and people were saying that I should get Instagram. So I might get an Instagram. So yeah, but it's not set up yet, so I got to set it up. Got to find the time to set it up. But yeah, if you missed anything, if you missed last week's review of AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. And the link to that video will be down below in the description, so make sure you click it if you missed it. And also, if you missed anything else, everything is on the homepage. And yeah, man. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And yeah, man, and this. Oh yeah, and I'll see you guys on. I'm guessing Friday. I'll see you guys on Friday. See you guys on Friday for AEW Rampage. I'm gonna try to get back to AEW Rampage. So I'll see you guys on Friday for AEW Rampage or SmackDown. I might do SmackDown. Either one. I might do either one, but yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. And yeah, man, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.